Hey guys, welcome back. You're still tuned into Power Breakfast here on CNBC-TV18. We were just going through the global setup, which is really, what's dominating sentiment. But we now have the research team here with us to take you through how all of those overnight cues are likely to impact our own market, as well as some of the individual stocks that you should watch for in today's trading session. So we have Rima, Mangalam, as well as Surbhi joining us now with exactly that. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Rima, let me come to you first. Yesterday we did end almost 1% lower. Once again, looks like the start will be quite ugly.
Yes, the SGX Nifty is currently down about 140, 150 points, taking cues from the rest of the global markets. Well, yesterday as well, the markets were decisively lower. We closed at the lowest. The Nifty breached at 17,600. Now, when you get a 150-point lower start, the Nifty perhaps in the cash market could be closer to levels of about 17,450. The support from here on will be last week's intraday low of 17,255. That's going to be crucial for the markets to hold on because, aside of all the volatility that we've seen, the markets have pretty much been in a range over the last couple of many days. There were many times when you thought that we were breaking out on the way up. You thought we were breaking down on the way down, but the range has held. So this lower level of 17,255 needs to hold. At the upper end, a lot of technical analysts are saying that since the Nifty has failed to cross 17,800 in this move, it has made a lower top, and that's going to be a resistance level for our markets. There is a lot of nervousness ahead of the crucial US inflation data, the jobs data, as you've been pointing out. There was a sharp sell-off in the United States. In terms of flows, the DIs bought 42 crore, the FIs net sold 561 crore. So after 4 days of buying in the cash market, yesterday the FIs did sell. But remember, a lot of these, these institutional flow numbers have been impacted by the two large block deals that we had in Gokuldas as well as in Home First Finance. The mutual fund data for the month of February is going to be released today, and that will give an indication of the retail interest in the markets in the month of Feb, which was extremely volatile. Back to you.
All right, Rima, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. We are going to watch for them. But now it's over to Surbhi, who's looking at all of the individual stocks that could be in focus in today's trading session. Surbhi?
Hi, good morning. So today I'm watching out for REC. The board approves a fundraise for up to 1.2 lakh crores via debt in FY24. IRB Infrastructure, they report their Feb toll collections and it has come in at 352 crores versus 375 crores last month and 277 crores same time last year. NBCC India, the company gets work orders worth 230 crores for construction of a new campus for IIFT. Next is PNC Infra. The company emerges as the lowest bidder for two NHAI projects worth 2,000 crores. Zydus Life Sciences, they receive a final approval from US FDA for erythromycin tablets. And lastly, Welspun Corp, the subsidiary has received a kite mark certification from BSI UK. Now, these are international standards for ductile iron pipes used for transportation of potable water.
All right, Surbhi, thanks a lot for that list. It's finally over to Mangalam, who's looking at all of the cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam, like we've been pointing out, we really saw losses widen during the end of the trading session yesterday.
Yes, we did. It was a sharp fall that we saw in the last hour, and a lot of that was accelerated by unwinding of those who had written puts, hoping that the market would find some support at 17,650 to 17,600 itself. The Nifty, as a result of which, closed below that 17,600 mark. And FII sold some in cash market, but the institutional flows, of course, were impacted by a couple of large trades too. But, the data point you can't shy away from is the big selling that we saw in index futures by the FIs, 2,250 odd crores. In there, they added close to around 21,000 shorts and unwound 3,400 longs, as a result of which the FII longs, which were 25% just a couple of days ago, is now fallen back to around 20%. For options that expire next week, the bears believe that the 20-day moving average on the Nifty is their bastion. 17,700 calls sees a fair amount of writing. Today, the 17,600 put writers will be put to test, given the market will open much below that 17,500 mark, as a result of which we will watch out for whether they will have to unwind their positions or not. The put-call ratio from levels of overbought zone, close to around 1.3, have now come down to 1, sub 1. Levels of 0.7 is where the market typically bottoms out. Just keep an eye out on a couple of resistance marks on the way up. The Nifty Bank's 20-day moving average will come into play today because the market opens lower. So 40,946 is a strong support that the bulls will be betting on. In terms of stocks, watch out for GNFC and Balrampur Chini. They are in FNO ban. And there was a fair amount of shorting on Reliance. That index heavyweight is something we'll be watching out for, because if some sort of bottom has to be formed. It has to be led by Reliance itself.
All right, we will watch to see if that does happen. Mangalam, thanks a lot for getting us all of the cues from the futures and options market. But with that, we do need to get into a short break on the show. And you know, it's not just equities, it is cryptocurrencies as well, which have seen a big sell-off. So take a break. We'll be right back to fill you in with what's going on. Welcome back, and let's now bring you an update on what's going on in the world of cryptocurrencies. Manisha joins us for that. Manisha, you know, we spent all of the time on the show up until now talking about the sell-off in the US markets and the Asian markets and our own markets yesterday. Looks like the same kind of move is playing out in the cryptocurrencies as well.
Oh, well, absolutely, Pavitra, yes. There has been a largest long liquidation that you've seen in a month come in for the crypto market. So in one day, the crypto traders have endured a $307 million of a loss itself. So the major exchanges like Binance, OKEX, and Huobi have seen major losses as well. There are 2 or 3 reasons that you've seen sell-off come in because of. One, the Silvergate, which is a crypto-friendly bank, is winding down its operations because of lower participation and the kind of losses that they have been looking at. Also, the U.S. authorities have transferred $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that they took from dark web into new wallet addresses. So some of these will be sent to Coinbase wallets and some to the government-controlled wallets. And then the crypto financial service company, blockchain.com, also is suspending operations of asset management arm. So there were various reasons, one after the other, and of course the sell-off in other asset classes, which led to decline in crypto as well. Remember, we started this year on a very positive note. Most of the cryptocurrencies were up 40 to 50% until the end of Feb. But beginning of March, and we're already down 10 to 20% for many of them.
All right, that is the action playing out in the cryptocurrency space. Manisha, thanks a lot for taking us through what's been going on over there. But with that, we do have to wind down on this edition of Power Breakfast with the news that all of the Asian markets are seeing sharp cuts. The SGX Nifty is down almost 150 points. Thanks for tuning in. We have Bazaar Morning Call after this short break.